Hi, welcome to our course, Developing Leaders and Cultivating Partnership, a second-year Doctor of Ministry course at Lancaster Theological Seminary. I'm looking forward to the opportunity when we'll actually get to meet face-to-face during the intensive week, and also to all the opportunities that we'll have to engage with one another in this online platform as well. In this short video, what I'd like to do is to introduce myself. I'd also like to orient us to the course syllabus, reading assignments, and some of the rationale for the writing assignments as well, so that you have a kind of an overall perspective of what the course entails. There's a detailed syllabus that I've put together that will go into a lot more specifics about what I'm about to say, but let's use this opportunity to get acquainted a little bit and just get a general orientation to our learning together. So, about myself. As I said, I'm a new adjunct professor at Lancaster Theological Seminary. I've taught similar courses in leadership, conflict transformation, narrative leadership, and whole systems planning for congregations at Hartford Seminary in Hartford, Connecticut, in their Doctor of Ministry program. And in my day-to-day work, I am a congregational consultant, working with congregations of all faith traditions and religious organizations and some nonprofits around issues of conflict, strategic planning, and multiple staff team development and other issues that come up in that work. I also do a lot of training and retreats with clergy and lay leaders, and I have a very extensive leadership coaching practice with clergy across the country. I most recently was the director of the Pastoral Excellence Network, an opportunity that came my way to help develop programs for the ongoing development and learning of clergy across many faith traditions that was funded by the Lilly Endowment. Prior to that, for about 11 years, I worked as a senior consultant with the Alban Institute, a national interfaith resource for congregations where I did a lot of the work that I'm currently doing more independently. And prior to that, I was a director of congregational growth and development at a national denominational office, and prior to that, served as a minister in local congregations. So, and I also did some work in nonprofit organizations as well, and have a background as a therapist. So, I bring a kind of integral perspective to this work of developing leaders and cultivating partnership. And it comes from both the experiences I've had as well as some of the study that I've done. I have a doctorate in organizational change from Pepperdine University, a Doctor of Ministry from Hartford Seminary. My theological study is from Boston University School of Theology, and I also have a master's degree in clinical psychology from Antioch University, where my focus was mostly family systems therapy. So you'll see this integral kind of perspective in the design of the course that brings together an organizational point of view, a personal and leadership point of view, and also a spiritual perspective to the work of leadership. This is reflected in our syllabus. So let me say just very briefly that my hope for all of you is that some of the outcomes that I've listed in the syllabus will actually be your experience. And so I hope that you'll have an opportunity to reflect upon your own leadership narrative and hone it over the time of this course, that you'll have opportunities through the activities that we've had planned to do some self-reflection on your current leadership, and I'll be using some self-assessment tools that you can use to kind of reflect more deeply on where you are currently and where you'd like to be, so that you can develop a personal leadership plan for development and enhancement of your own role as a leader. I hope that you also can find some spiritual and theological grounding for your leadership, and can clarify some of the distinctions between technical problems and adaptive challenges, which will be a focus of the first few weeks as we engage in our work together. My real hope is that all the various perspectives that we will draw upon during this course will help you hone your own practice as a leader in whatever organization that you're currently leading, as well as other organizations that you will lead in the future. I want you to also have an opportunity to reflect on your own particular conflict competencies so that you can become a conflict competent leader, and recognize the dynamics of leading change oftentimes means that we have to be able to navigate conflict, be able to navigate differences of perspective, and deal with the things that happen in the dynamics of an organization when differences arise. This will be an opportunity for you to develop and to demonstrate your own capacities as a scholar practitioner, that it's able to use some of the literature that we'll be drawing upon in this course and apply to it your own capacities to reflect and make sense of it in your own practice as a leader. And finally, my hope is that you will begin to integrate your learning through imagining how you might apply these perspectives and methods in your role as a leader in a ministry context or some other relevant